At the end of every episode, my wife would look at me and she'd say, "Well?" What she was asking was, did I cry? This Is Us is a great TV series. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's about a perfect family that isn't perfect, that is very human. It's a fabulous show, brilliantly written, but that's not the point. There's a particular episode very early on in season 1 where the father of this family, who has he had triplets, one of the babies died, and he adopts a third child. He is a white guy who has twins, and of course now he adopts this black child, this African American kid who comes into his life, and so now he's got 3 kids, one of whom is black. And he feels like his son is outside of the culture of being white. And he's trying to do everything he can to make his son feel like he's part of something bigger than his own family. That is something that matters even more. And he realizes that he can't give him what he needs. So he takes him to a karate class that is led by a black man. And as he takes him in that class, and he sits there as the only white guy with all these African American people, and he sits there, and there comes a point that is incredibly moving, in which the instructor asks all the fathers to get down on their, ready to do a push-up. And they're all there on a push-up, and he gets the sons to climb on the backs of the fathers. And then the dad does a push-up with his son on his back. That message, I flooded with tears. Every guy I know flooded with tears. No matter how big and tough and strong and powerful we like to think we are, we were all flooded with tears. Because here was a man holding up his son. Here was a man who was willing to carry his son. We, as dragon leaders, whether we're men or women, that is our job. We are there to pick people up, to carry them, to put them on our back as we fly out into where it is that we need to go, and taking them to their destination so they can find their fire. It is our job as dragon leaders to fly into the darkness, to bring light, to put fire forward, but to do it with a ton of heart. This is the paradox, the beautiful paradox of being a dragon leader, is that we lead with fire and heart. We don't lead with just heart. We don't lead with just fire. With fire and heart, and we carry on our backs everybody that we lead. That is our job. That is my challenge to you. Who do you need to lift up and put on your back so they can see into vistas they've never seen before, the vistas they've never even imagined before, because you're willing to carry them? That's my challenge to you. Stay curious, my friend. Stay curious about how you can lift your people up, your family up, your friends up, those you love up, and those you don't know yet. Anybody. How can you lift them up, put them on your back, and fly them to their soul's purpose so they can find their dragon fire? My name is Dov Baron. You can find out more about me at dovbaron.com. Stay curious, my friend. Stay curious.